and this one is quite a different event from what we have done before. We have 250 people registered for this event, which is making us all completely nuts. But it's the problem you want to have, right? I always hate the thought of giving a party and nobody comes. So now we've got the problem of giving a party and everybody comes. So thank you all for being here. We have a great day planned for you, and I want to start things by giving an opportunity for the Dean of the College of Business at California State University, Monterey Bay, to come up and give his welcome. Shyam Kamath.
Well, thank you. This fulfills Yogi Berra's maxim that the place is so crowded nobody goes there anymore. So thank you for being here and coming in spite of the crowd. It's my pleasure to invite you to perhaps the most exciting investor event on the central coast of California, and that is today's Startup Investment and Community Capital Expo. Just to put some history to this was started 3 years ago, and I saw Fred. Where is Fred going? Oh, there's Fred. Over Fred over there. Fred was the starting, the foundational piece to this event. 3 years ago, we had 70 people at the event. Of course, Fred restricted entry, so he kept it to 70. But we started with 70, and last year we got to about 130. So this year we're at 254, which is just beyond what we had expected. So thank you for being here. Thank you for being here this morning and for supporting the startup and investment community and being a part of that community. Now, this event is a part of a larger group of events, and I just want to take a moment to talk about them. It's called the Annual Cycle of Innovation that the Institute of Innovation and Economic Development runs. This is the community event. This is the one that the community brings together, that we make a part of that annual cycle. And the annual cycle starts in the fall. Right after this event, we'll start the next round of the annual cycle, and that's the Startup Hackathon. And for all the folks here who are in the product development stage or the app development stage, I encourage you to join Startup Hackathon, which will be next month. So that's the first event. That's where we launch product ideas and technology ideas. That's followed by Startup Weekend. And this year, I believe, it's January 24th to 26th. Next year, it's January 24th to 26th. That's where you launch the businesses. And that's where you actually create the businesses. And that's followed by Startup Challenge, where there's real money to play for success in the competition. And that's where you launch your business. This event was conceived to close the loop, and it was essentially a community idea to bring together the companies that are launched and other companies that are in the area and get them in front of investors. And today, this afternoon, you'll see a panel of licensed investors to whom we had more companies than we thought we'd get. We were planning for about 20. We had 40 or 50 apply, of which we allowed in only 32 into the event. So those 32 are pitching today in front of a group of licensed investors, and that's where we think that's what's going to put the fuel to the system, to the startup ecosystem that's already been well established in this area. So we're closing the loop today. Now, actually, this is a twofer event. This morning we have the Startup Investment and Community Capital Expo, but the Monterey Peninsula Chamber of Commerce got together with the CSUMB to put together an event in the afternoon to celebrate the business heroes who had previously established their businesses, their startups 20, 30 years ago. So what we're doing is celebrating business success this afternoon, and I hope you'll stay for that. That runs after the presentation by Toby Corey, the lunchtime keynote. That'll be followed by the event at 2 o'clock from 2 to 4. So I hope you can stay for that event. We have 6 outstanding panelists. We have Lori Costa founder of Manpack. She was the chairwoman and CEO of Manpacking, which she sold to Del Monte Fresh for, I think, $361 million February last year. We have also Bashar Sni, who's established a chain of Middle Eastern restaurants here. Christina Cristofalo, who established 2 companies, Mark Cristofalo and Company with her partner, and Wonderwall. We also have Sean Adams, the founder of Monterey Signs and Santa Cruz Signs. And I believe we have Judge Phillips, who was the founder of Rancho Cielo, a very amazing nonprofit that turns people who have had problems in being in the incarceration system, or those juveniles, helping them to become business owners and chefs and people who work with construction companies. So that's in the afternoon. I welcome you to be there. The uniqueness of this event is that it tries traditional capital with community capital. So that's why it's the Startup Investment and Community Capital Expo. And that's very important because local vesting is what's key for the region. And we are very, very pleased to have the community capital group. So you'll see running parallelly the traditional investment panels and the startup investment panels. And we have the founders of the of the community capital movement here. So please do look at that. This is also a unique event because it brings together the chambers of commerce also. Chambers of commerce tend to be staid and far away, but it brings them into the fold. So that's what this is all about. Now it's my job to just thank everyone here who made this possible. I think the organizing committee was outstanding this year. And I want to thank all the community members. I won't name them, but they are all here, and with Brad and his outstanding team, they've created what we have today. Of course, the Community Capital Group was a very important part of that group, so it's a fantastic job. This is truly a tri-county collaboration. It has Santa Cruz County, it has San Benito County, and Monterey County coming together, so that's another unique piece about today. And it's got speakers from the Salinas Valley to the Silicon Valley. And you know, we see this now as a region that is completely getting integrated. So this is a part of it. We want to keep us different. We want to stay local as much as we can, but that's happening. So now, on with the premier investment conference on the Central Coast, the Startup Investment and Community Capital Expo. Hold on to your seats for some solar energy fueled excitement today. So now I'll give it back to our great host, Brad Barbeau. Thanks very much.
Okay, so this event, thank you very much, Shyam, brought to you by the Institute for Innovation and Economic Development at Cal State Monterey Bay and Slow Money Monterey. As Shyam mentioned, this is a joint thing between the venture folks and the community capital folks, and a place for them to meet. Our sponsors, important to running this, FORA, the Florida Reuse Authority, who has been a huge supporter of all the things that we've done, like Summers Law Firm, Cal Coastal, the Blue Tech Valley Accelerator over in Fresno, Solare, and the Monterey Peninsula Chamber of Commerce. We also have in-kind sponsors, iiED, Ascend Business Design and Development, Glastonbury, and the Embassy Suites themselves, helping to sponsor this. And of course, our media sponsors, KACU, and the Monterey County Weekly. Okay, let's look at the day ahead real quick.